with me,
and you'll be
in a world of your imagination.
I'm actually a terrible singer.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, if you can believe that. I was told I was tone deaf from an early age.
For real?
Yeah.
By your mother?
Actually, it was somebody from Internet Icon, and we were doing a collab, and he was a musician, and then he was like, you know you're tone deaf, right? And I was like, God damn it. Catching strays.
Dang,
just trying
son.
to put a rap down.
Maybe he was. You don't need like tone to put a rap down though, unless
I
you're trying
know.
to Bone Thugs that
I
shit.
wasn't. I was going for Nicki Minaj, and he still said I was tone deaf.
Oh wow, maybe he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, actually, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I hope you're doing well. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Thanks for Tipping.
I'm Megan Batoon.
I'm Tim Chantarangsu. What's up, guys? Hey, thank you for tuning in. We're just getting this thing going,
Getting it going.
Just having fun conversations, trying to help, answer some questions.
Answer some questions. It's all shoulders up in here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Tim, tell us what you're wearing before we check in.
Oh, well, I'm wearing my neon green go-to beanie when my hair is getting a little shaggy on the sides.
I see.
And Bob's Burgers t-shirt.
I love how much you love Bob's Burgers.
I love it so much. I go to sleep to it. It's like a comforting thing for me.
When I did this like DIY talk show in my house, I would give guests gifts. And I remember making you, I don't know why I made you like a giant ornament. I wonder if it was Christmas, but it was Bob's Burgers themed.
Yeah, it
and
was.
I always remember that.
It's just my shit, man. I don't know what happened. It was like when I was living alone in my condo, I think I just randomly had it playing on the background, and Louise screamed something, like she had some random outburst, and I turned around and I was like, yo, that was funny. And then I locked in, and I don't know, it's just their voices now are just just soothing to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like my ASMR white noise,
Are they still making active episodes?
Yeah. Still
Should you
going.
ask your manager to be a cameo?
Man, that'd be
awesome.
I think I need to get my internet clout back up.
You don't think it's there?
I think I need to put a little more work in this year.
Oh my God. If you have to put in more work, what good? I don't even want to think about what I have to do.
Batoon, everything moves in waves. And I think right now is the wave of let me get back on my shit,
Yeah.
So, I'm swimming upstream this time.
I feel that. Okay, so what does getting back on your shit mean to you?
I feel like, for me personally, YouTube stopped being a priority a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I'm just podding my life away.
Pod my life?
To the point where this is a crazy little tidbit, it's a little side tangent, but the kids now, some of them, you bring my name up, they're gonna be like, oh, the podcaster. They don't know about Wildin' Out. They don't know about the sketches. They don't know about the rap shit. They're just like, oh, that dude. Yeah, he's a funny podcaster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just trying to get back into my like scripted actor bag.
Cool.
The bag where it's like, oh, there's a reason why I'm with CIA and shit, and like there's a reason why I have an agent,
Right.
Like let me give them a reason to want to pursue more acting shit for me, as opposed to just like, oh, we have a little like a random brand deal for you for IG. You know what I'm saying? Like let me give them a reason to be like, be on more short lists,
Right.
Because a long time, I still am on like, because there's only so many Asian dudes out here, so I'm on a lot of short lists for different things, but let me get on more lists, let me get back on radars again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know. And I do feel that.
Yeah.
I wonder if like the last 2 years, the strike was a little intense, and then I feel like people have said that Hollywood in LA is changing and has changed completely.
It's in a new place, and it's in a weird place where I feel like people are making shit again, but it has a lot to do with the fact that shit isn't getting funded like it was before.
Yeah.
So people, it's like big companies aren't being like, let me give you a giant bag to do this anymore. Now it's like, I think people are kind of realizing I need to make my own shit again, So even for this movie I've been trying to write, I know the movie I'm trying to write, like I don't see it. I don't know if I've said this anywhere before, probably, but I don't see it being something that like a current Hollywood company would put lots of money into, because even with the big production companies working with people they trust, they don't feel comfortable investing a lot of money into something unless it's a sequel, unless it's like a familiar IP, you know what I'm saying? So it's like for me to be writing a original comedy when comedies are kind of like dead, quote, in the mainstream movie world. I'm like, it might be my best bet to just like guerrilla Tubi this shit.
I think it is. Yeah. And also like I always used to think that you needed the best equipment in order to make something great. But I think there's so many movies and like commercials that are awesome that have been shot on an iPhone. Yeah. So I think it's really just a matter of doing it. Just doing it.
Just doing it. How about you, Beg Mattoon? Checking in. How are you?
How about you, Beg and Mattoon?
How about you, Beg and Bagoo?
How am I? Tomorrow I have a meeting with a network for a home design show.
Oh, word.
Potential hosting ability. So like going back to like a reason why I have a SAG card.
Let's go.
Like I'm like, okay, let's do this. And I, for so long, like when I quit, I was like, oh no, am I messing everything up of everything that I've worked for? But now actually I have so much more knowledge about actually doing this. Word. Like instead of just pointing at a wall and saying this is why it works. Like I have boots on the ground. I got my hands dirty. I have clients now. I know what I'm doing. And now I'm getting the opportunities that I said no to a couple years ago. Ooh, okay. And so I'm like, okay, how do I do this again but the right way? Yes.
And you're better for it now.
And I am better for it now. And the only thing that I have to make sure that I do, which is going to be a feat for me, is not be nervous.
You said it's gonna be feet? You're gonna sell feet on this new show?
I better sell something. I got a house to pay for.
All right, you said it's gonna be a feat for you. It's gonna be, say it again.
Sorry. To not be nervous. Because when you want something, you're weird.
I'm so weird.
I don't know if you are, but I'm weird as fuck.
I'm so bad at in the room auditions.
Really?
I'm trying to fix. Yes, I've gotten better. But like when we hit the world of self-tapes, I was like, fuck yeah. I was killing them shits. I didn't book anything, but I was killing them shits.
But the tape's fire.
I got a couple callbacks when like my first couple years of going on real auditions in the room, I would leave being like, man, I fucked that up.
100%.
And yeah, I know they say like sometimes you feel like you fuck it up and you're just in your head. But like, I feel like I wasn't good in the room. I feel like, I was so used to, when I was doing sketches, you get to do multiple takes and shit. Like maybe that was on me. Like I didn't maybe know the material well enough or go over it well enough to really truly be comfortable with it. But like I think I would be in there and I would second guess myself and I would just come off nervous,
I know. Yeah. And it's the worst. It is truly the worst, and it happens to everyone. How do you go through, like if you're going on an audition or you're doing an important meeting, like do you prep in any way to be confident or to get out of your mind?
I started telling myself to like just have fun. Like I know. I started telling myself like, dude, your best asset is yourself. So just fucking be yourself. Like I had to really stop like I think that's maybe why I was so bad at auditioning, because I'm not being myself. I'm trying to act. I'm trying to be a character, right? And here's what would fuck me up, Batoon, is that like, after years of like YouTube acting, we're like turning it up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of overacting on purpose,
Absolutely.
And so when I'm in the room, I'm like, I'm really trying to not be that. So I'm toning it way down. But then in my head, I'll watch a comedy and I'll be like, but then they find certain ways to overact some parts. I'm like, so I'll leave sometimes being like, I did some good acting right there, but was I funny? Did I not do enough? You know what I'm saying? So I have this constant like back and forth of like, am I overacting or am I not doing enough? Like, because I'm supposed to be a comedic actor in some of these shits.
Right.
But then I'll watch somebody that booked something that I didn't get. I'm like, I barely can hear this motherfucker talk. He's barely even moving his mouth.
I know. Well, I think that's a difference between like YouTube acting and film acting is like when the camera is so close, you have to do so much less. And I think with YouTube, and I had the same note, like on my Netflix show, I was like, I thought I booked this because of my YouTube channel, which I'm, like dropping shit, being clumsy. But it's like, oh no, the Netflix audience is more mature than a YouTube audience. And also people don't want to see like a farce. They want to see real.
Yeah.
And even with acting, I think I heard someone say once that like acting is being real and present in a fake situation. So instead of like putting it on and being like, these are the words, it's like, no, this is a fake scenario, but how would you really react in this moment?
Yeah, that's the struggle, right? I don't know how true this is, but I heard that Marlon Brando, right, for some of his movies, he wouldn't even look at the script. He would have an earpiece, and then as the scene was happening, he would have somebody feed him the line so that he felt like he was actually talking and these shits were just coming to him.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but that's the rumor I've heard.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
That's
he would
crazy.
have his character.
Yeah.
And then, but as the lines were coming to him through an earpiece, that's how he would be communicating them.
Whoa.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know about that, man. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's what's happening with me tomorrow.
You're gonna fucking kill it.
Thanks, dude. I think I'm gonna do the only time that I like crushed it on a TV interview was I did a meditation. I went on YouTube and I was like confidence meditation.
Okay.
I did like a 10-minute confidence meditation. Dang. Yeah, and then I like crushed.
Really?
To the point, and I never crush. Like I crushed to the point where
Never.
honestly, I barely like make a dent. I fucking slammed. To the point where like the producers and people afterwards were like, who are you? How do we give you a show? Like we don't even know you at all, but we loved what you did. It was with Saved by the Bell guy. What's his name?
Mario Lopez?
Yes.
They were like, hey, just so you know, you fucking slammed. You slammed that shit, whoever you are.
You slam that shit. And I also love taking time to get ready, not on a timeline. Like if I have to do something at 1 p.m., I will be getting ready at 9. And I will just be taking my sweet ass time, listening to 2000 Crunk hits. Like I am really just milking it, feeling good, not rushed. The worst thing to feel is rushed.
Yeah, you know, as I hate feeling unprepared for an audition. For me, you know, as cliche as the shit feels, I definitely do the in the mirror like, you a boss, you got this shit. Yeah, fuck that shit, you got this shit. I do that shit. I talk to myself in the car a lot, you know what I'm saying? You gotta gas yourself up.
You have to hype yourself up. You have to, you have to.
Because you can have other voices in your head telling you the opposite.
Yeah, you gotta be louder than them shits for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So that's me.
You're gonna kill it.
You're gonna kill it. What is up with you?
Oh, did we not check in on me yet?
We haven't checked in. All we knew is what you were wearing.
Well, let's see. How am I doing? You know, I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna go get a haircut after this. Because if we're talking about just being confident, I need to have a fresh haircut.
Yeah, let's actually talk about confidence.
Let's talk about it, Megabit 2.
Okay, so what else besides a fresh haircut do you do in order to stay and feel confident?
Yeah, man. If I have an audition or something that is important to me, I will make sure I'm showered beforehand.
Well,
you know,
I hope so.
Well, for this, I showered last night, so I was like,
sure,
I'm just gonna wet wipe today.
Yeah.
Just gonna wet wipe, wash my face, brush my teeth,
double W, wet wipe,
little double dub.
Little double dub.
Rub
a double dub.
Little double dub. Have a little deviled eggs.
Oh my God, deviled eggs.
Love them.
I love them.
Me too.
I love them. Oh my God, here's ADHD. I saw this picture of a deviled egg that had like a crisp on
bacon.
Oh shit.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted.
It was a crisp of a different kind.
Okay.
But I love the idea of something crunchy on a deviled egg because they are so squishy.
You ever been to Father's office? Not Father's office. I'm tripping. Public school. There's a bunch of them.
Yes, I think I have.
Public school has a deviled eggs situation, and they have a tiny little crisp piece of bacon right there on top.
I love bacon so much.
Girl, me too.
Pork is my biggest food group.
Did I tell you that I can't cook bacon in the house anymore?
Because of the smoke?
Batoon. When she was pregnant the first time, I was filming Send Foods with David in the crib, and the chef that we had on call, it was like pandemic, so we had like a chef coming to the house cooking food.
Cool.
He did like a roasted pork situation, and the smell of it made pregnant Chia just nauseous. No one even knew she was pregnant. She was upstairs giving us our space, but she was like, "What is that?"
Oh,
smell?
she didn't even know she was pregnant.
She knew she was pregnant. No one else knew.
I see.
But she was upstairs. She was like, "God, I'm gonna be sick." And ever since then, just the smell of bacon makes her nauseous.
Oh my God.
So I can't cook bacon in the house unless she's gone. And I really want the kids to experience just
Bacon?
waking up to the smell of bacon. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's like a memory for me.
Yeah.
You know? But it's like I gotta wait until she goes on a fucking trip or something because I can't even do it. I gotta like at the very least I gotta throw them shits in the air fryer so it kind of
Okay.
contains the smell a bit. But it's the best part.
Sure.
You know?
So even when she's not pregnant now, it's PTSD vibes.
Yeah. Pregnant till she
Dies vibes. Honestly, great. Really good, quick work.
Thanks.
Okay, so confidence.
Yeah, confidence. I always so I'll make sure I'm like auditions, shower first.
Shower, haircut, saying nice things to yourself in the mirror.
Yes. That's pretty much it. It's I try to be prepared, but as far as just confidence in my everyday life, having a fresh haircut is kind of like just takes me there. I'm already like, confident in my regular life. Like I feel like, hey, I'm an amazing person, right? But when the shit starts getting fuzzy, I feel like, oh God, I feel like just everything just looks worse when my sides are fuzzy. So it's like I had a homegirl tell me one time because we were hanging out and I had just gotten a haircut. We're about to go somewhere, and she's like, "Yo, you walk differently when you have a haircut." She's like, "You carry yourself differently. Like your energy is different."
Cool.
Yeah. So it's just like I think a lot of guys, it's like when the fade is not fresh or your lineup's not fresh, you just start to feel a little like, I don't know, when girls just feel like frumpy and gross.
I know. I always feel like I can tell when a guy actually likes me because he'll get a haircut before the date, and I always think it's so cute. Here's the two things that if it's a date.
Yeah.
If you don't know it's a date already, here's how you know. One, he has a haircut. Two, he's wearing boots. Boys love wearing boots on a date.
Never worn boots on a date. I don't own boots.
You don't own boots?
No, except for like, I don't know, Timberlands.
Timberlands was like the first boot I ever bought because I was crumping back in the day.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Dang, you still remember any of that?
Do I remember crumping, bitch?
Yeah. She hit with
Jabs and hat tricks.
Oh shit! Is
Jabs
that
and
the
hat
terminology?
tricks.
Checking in. I'm getting a haircut after this, so that's nice because I've been feeling a little frumpy this week, and slightly, not too much. I'm a little overwhelmed currently. It's just it's one of those weeks where you look at your calendar and there's like so many dots. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait for this week to be done. Here's what I even do sometimes because so many dots is just a little overwhelming for me.
Yeah, you have a constellation of things.
Yeah, so even though like it's past the dates on the calendar, I'll delete them shits off the calendar.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like,
so you're just
done.
not like visually assaulted by the whole calendar.
Yeah. So I like when something's done, I'll delete it, or like I have a lot of promo on my IG feed right now for this Hawaii show that's this week, and just seeing the flood of promo on I can't wait to private them all after the show. Just shit like that. It's like everything is just like a lot at once right now.
Yeah.
And so after the show, I get to like relax, delete them shits off my calendar, delete them shits off my feed, and just be like, okay,
Yeah.
take a breath.
Love it.
So hopefully people show up. It's kind of, here's what's fucked up, Batoon. And by the time this comes out, the show will be done.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great show. Okay. We did a No Chaser live in LA. We did like a small theater, 150 people, sold out. It was fun. It was great. I hit up Hawaii about like, hey, let's do a show. And we've sold like 200 tickets, okay? But the theater's like 1,000 seats.
Oh no!
So they're like scattered everywhere.
no!
So I'm like, this is gonna look dead.
You gotta get seat fillers, like how they do for like award shows.
Hey guys, we know you paid $50 for these seats. Now here's a bunch of people coming in to sit for free.
Well, like, if anybody paid, then they go to the front, and then everybody else.
That could be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah. Everybody that paid for anything gets to sit close, and then a bunch of motherfuckers come in for free and fill the seats.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay,
if anything, I'll have everybody just crowd in for the picture for Instagram. Whoa, it's back!
Whoa! Isn't that crazy how like kind of all that matters now? I mean, it's giving Black Mirror, but like if it looks good on Instagram, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like all optics.
I mean, it's a big part of it.
It's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from like the actual money of a venue, but like truly, I mean, like you could have an Instagram show and it be bigger than a network.
Totally.
Like, the internet is so powerful.
Yeah, and mind you, it's like, and it's like we're thinking as people who are in this shit. So I'm like, if I want to pitch to other theaters, hey, let's do a show. Look at what we did here. You know what I'm saying? When I pitched Hawaii the show, I showed them pictures of the LA show, which is sold out, right?
Yeah.
If I show other people pictures of a fucking scattered theater, it's gonna look weird. But you,
Los Angeles.
hold on a second. It's my alarm.
That's your alarm.
You can totally hear it.
Okay, well, let's talk about this. If you were arrested, what would it be for? That's actually, somebody told me, like, that's how you can learn something about someone. If you're like, what do you think that somebody would be arrested for? That they could tell you what they really think about you.
This is kind of on brand, too on brand. I feel like it would be for indecent exposure because I
see that.
I like doing freaky shit in public. That's like one of the things. If you ask like, oh, what's your like you're a kink?
Yeah.
I love doing shit in public places. Like that's my shit.
What do you mean doing shit? Like actually?
Yeah, like making sweet love in like even like I don't know like fitting room at a mall or like even like parked car,
like a confession booth
at a church. Yeah.
The worst places.
Just you know like a empty coffin in a funeral home.
Like Sex Anonymous.
Just right in the middle of all the addicted people. But yeah, I really enjoy like public shit.
Cool.
And so I feel like, or like a park, stuff like that.
Okay.
So I feel like, you know, it would, when you ask me that question, first thing that comes to mind is, oh yeah, like a policeman like catches me doing something. You know what I'm saying? How about you?
What would I be arrested for if I was arrested? Honestly, like maybe accidentally DUI. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because it was like either that or like taxes, but like I have someone that does my taxes because I hate numbers so much.
It's so stupid. Taxes are the dumbest shit, bro.
What the fuck are we doing?
Megan Batoon.
And why are we doing it?
Okay, now this is so dumb of me, but I feel like when it comes to my taxes now, at this point, I'm like, I'm signing whatever the fuck I'm like, cool, do what you gotta do, bro, because I don't understand any of it.
So it's just like it's highway robbery on paper.
You are incorporated, of course.
Yes.
Do you remember the first year that you weren't incorporated? Oh my!
No, I remember the first year I got incorporated because I lost all of my money.
Yes.
Because I don't know why, but I just like had to pay so much money that I've never even seen before. That I was like, I don't understand how this is happening to me. And I felt like I was in like the biggest hole of debt.
It's so stupid.
So stupid.
I was also super dumb because I had spoken to a tax guy who was like, still my current tax guy, who was like, yo, you could potentially make some good money this year. Let's get you incorporated, right? So I was incorporated. I had my business shit set up. But my dumb ass was like, I don't trust it. So I was still using my personal account and card for everything. And when the tax season came and I wasn't doing what I was supposed to, they're like, well, you're dumb. And I had to pay so much money. I was like, I'm sorry. I'll never doubt you again.
I know. I've never seen a number like that ever. And now I'm seeing it again because I stopped working. But yeah, it's stupid. And every time I get paid, I say that 35% is going to go to taxes. Yeah. I don't actually know how much is going, but I just like, anytime I'm getting a check, it's like, okay, 15 to reps, 35 for taxes. And I'm left with like 3 pennies. I'm like, this shit is crazy, dude.
And they don't teach you about that shit in school, man.
No.
They don't teach you shit. They don't teach you about taxes. They don't teach you about fucking how to buy a house. It's the worst.
I know. If you had to make a curriculum for
life,
what would be in it? Taxes,
credit cards,
home buying. I would put a communications course in there.
Yeah, just how to understand things.
How to talk to people. Yeah.
Oh, just communications for life.
Yes.
Oh, word.
If it wasn't even about like education, but like personal living and just like actual real life shit. The school of hard knocks, essentially, like of modern day hard knocks.
I also think that everybody, male or female, should learn about childbirth and pregnancy.
Really?
Because there's so much you don't know and understand until you're in it. Where it's like all like the things that are supposed to happen and like that they will do when you're in the hospital. Like if you don't know, you're kind of in the room like, yo, what the fuck are you doing to
Right.
my wife? You know what I'm saying?
Like
And-
what, aside from an epidural?
Well, I'll tell you this.
Also, how big is an epidural? Isn't it like thick?
It's the actual shit they put like.
Why is it so long?
It looks pretty long.
Looks like you're
because
like-
it has to go in and like it's not like thick, but it's a gnarly needle, bruh.
Bruh. Oh, I hate it.
So I tell you one thing that's kind of when you see it happening, it's like, oh, that looks crazy. Like the nurses have to like check to
Don't do that with your fingers.
That's what they have to do. And it's intense because they have to like basically pull down
The baby?
no, not the baby, but the
Placenta.
not the placenta, but just the
See, this is why we need a course.
I know, because I can't even verbalize what's going on.
Sure, okay,
But
they pull something down.
They have to reach in there, and like I'm talking about, like the nurses were like, oh, like fucking knuckle thick, and she had trying to like like pull down to figure out like, because they gotta check for dilation, but then they also have to like they gotta check something, bro. And she was in there like, oh, she was so uncomfortable,
Oh my God.
and I think it's just there's a lot that's going on that. If you don't know, which a lot of people don't, you
Yeah.
just feel lost, and you're like, "Yo, what's going on? Why is shit beeping? Like, what's happening?" And I think that's why thank God, like we used like a doula, and our doula was like a nurse. Shout out to Sarah at Bundle Birth, and it's nice to have somebody in the room that understands everything, so they can calm you down. Because
Yeah.
doctors, they aren't trained to be really like
personable.
personable.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're
It's so clinical.
yeah, and like it's like they're trained to not be personable because they deal with so many people. So you have this like cut and dry somebody who's like, all right, well, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and that's what it is, and sorry about it,
Yeah.
and that's just what we got to do,
Right.
And then like I think a lot of people don't even know that doulas exist, where you can have somebody who's there to be like, hey, maybe we don't have to do this, because doulas can do that. Because one thing that our doula did as well, they'll sometimes they'll be like, oh, maybe it would help if if the mom got in this position, because that could help this. And a lot of the nurses in there, I'm not saying they don't know what's good, but maybe they don't know if it's the right time to suggest something to the mom. Like they can't overstep. So you have this doula in there who's like, let's try doing this.
Like a mediator.
Yeah, it might be more
/
comfortable.
therapist.
Yeah, everything, bro. So it's like, as far as childbirth, I think that's why there's a lot of accidents too, and people who walk away from the experience being like, yo, this was traumatizing, because there's so much we don't know, So I think that would be important.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if I want to have kids. But then a friend of mine the other day, we were at a party, and she was like, this was the first day that I thought about actually having kids, because I was thinking about when I'm 40 and 50. And it was like, she was talking to, I guess, her boyfriend's mom. And she was like, oh yeah, I mean, like if I didn't have a kid, then I would miss out of one of the most important things of life. And I was like, damn. Like, okay, well that is giving me a different perspective on it.
I mean, and then that's if you want to have kids or not.
I know. I'm kind of like, where is my guy? Because like I'm trying to move forward.
You're like,
with
first
this.
things first, can I get a guy?
It's not can I get a guy?
Right.
It's what guy is good enough for me to hold.
Definitely.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold, yeah.
I need a stand-up. No, I don't need a comedian. Because the thing about dating comedians is the only one that's not laughing is me. That's the thing. They'll make everyone laugh, but you cry, baby. It's awful.
Well, but dude, here's your solution.
But I
Get a
love them.
TikToker.
I'm a get a TikToker. Get a TikToker. No.
Get a skibbity. TikToker's gonna riz you up real good.
God. I just love a comedy boy.
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Funny guys are the best guys.
It's true. It's true.
And look, here's the thing. Here's what's fucked up for a funny guy. You get to the point, you make your lady laugh for so long in the courtship and leading up to the marriage, and then at some point they just they don't find you funny anymore, you know? And it's like
Well, a thing of mine is like sometimes like in some of the comedians I've dated is like they can't be serious. And also, have you ever heard the story of Pagliacci?
the sad clown?
Yes. Okay, if you're not aware, maybe you can help me tell it because it's very cloudy to me. But one of the comedians I was dating was like, I feel like Pagliacci. So basically, like a guy goes to the doctor and he's like, oh, I'm so sad. You know, I don't know what's wrong with me. And then the doctor's like, oh, well, you got to see this clown that's in town. His name is Pagliacci. And then the patient says, but doctor, I am Pagliacci. And it's like, oh man, you can't be happy because you're making everybody else happy and you're sad.
Well, you know what? First of all, let me clarify. Chia does find me funny. Second, yes, there's the whole thing about the sad clown, right? The guy who is constantly making everyone laugh, but he's actually like so sad, right?
Yeah.
But happy clowns exist too. they do.
Yeah, no, I know they do.
You're drawn to funny guys, and I think there's a good reason for that. I think, funny guys, I always preach that, you joking the panties off a girl is the easiest way. You know, once you get in there, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. I just need to be laughing. Well, I was talking to another friend of mine and she was like, well, guy or girl, it doesn't matter. Like, in the end of the day, like you end up becoming a partner. Like you don't even have sex anyway.
I mean,
like when they're like 70, they gotta be your best friend.
You know, it happens a little sooner than that.
Lit.
Look, Batoon.
No, really, look. Use your eyes. Look.
Why is it that you feel you're always the one that ends up not laughing at the end of the day?
Because it's never gone right. It's never gone right. I don't even think we can get into it.
And you said your comedians are they're never serious.
Some of them can be serious, but I don't know if it's like one of the comedians I was dating was like, oh, I don't want to get into anything because I'm on my own selfish journey of like becoming X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, great, same. And then he was like, I know that. And that's why we like that we can still be in each other's ether, but not together.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but comedians, maybe, I don't know if you've felt this, everyone in this industry is chasing their dreams.
Yeah.
So if your dreams aren't similar or if you're in different groups and it doesn't just like mix, I don't know. All I'm trying to say is I want to end up with a comedy boy that also is an entrepreneur.
Hey, man. You'll find one, Megan, but there's so many.
Are there?
Yes.
Are there?
Yes.
Name one.
Aren't they all entrepreneurs? What do you mean?
Are they?
Aren't they though? What is a comedy boy trying to do if not do some type of entrepreneurial situation?
I guess you're right because like they could do stand up and write their own shows.
Yeah, because it's not like motherfuckers are comedy boys and they're like, I'm gonna open a. No, that's still entrepreneurship. Like,
right.
So. What is a not entrepreneurial comedy boy doing? Like just like writing for someone else's show?
Yeah, I guess so, or just stand up. I don't know, but anyway, if you know anybody,
because I get accused of never being serious all the time.
Are you serious? Like at home?
I am quieter at home.
Quieter at home.
Because I think, like, I go home and, no, that's not true. I was going to say maybe I don't feel the need to perform when I'm at home, and I don't, but I like to still. I still like making my babies laugh. I'm still fucking trying to make Chia laugh even when she's annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I feel like maybe Chia's like, yeah, maybe can you relax a little bit? But I do know, I think that's the beauty of growing with somebody. I know when to leave her alone, for the most part.
Yeah. It's nice to have someone to leave alone.
Look, Batoon, how about this? How about we do a spin-off of this show?
Yeah, where I just get to date comedians.
We do a, like, Flavor of Love, Bachelorette, Batoon show.
Oh my God, with all comedy.
With all comedians.
Bitch, Oh my God.
And are you down?
Bro, I would love that. I would love nothing more than that.
Let me get some funding together. And I think it'd be great.
I mean, it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like Chicken Shop Date, but white comedy boys. And me.
I think that could be. I think that'll be. I think we're onto something here.
Okay, great.
What's it called?
Ooh, what's it called?
What's it called?
Oh, okay. Wait. I love Jewish boys. They're not allowed to eat pork. Pork is my favorite food. I'm Filipino. And pork also means to have sex with you.
That's true.
Pork or dork.
You know what? I think it's too specific. Too specific. Yeah, God, it's just people aren't gonna know what they're watching.
Okay.
Stand-up comedy jokes.
Stand-up
love jokes, punchlines, punch.
Punch wife. Not great. Yeah.
Punch
good.
wife.
Okay. Not all ideas are good.
Yeah, that's why we're spitballing. We're spitballing.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're doing a joke? Set up, punchline.
Set up, punchline.
Set me up.
The setup.
The setup.
The setup, bitch. The setup and the punchline is marriage.
The setup is fire.
The setup is amazing, dude.
Okay.
The setup is amazing.
That's so good.
The setup is amazing.
That's gold.
I can't wait to find my husband.
I'm writing this down.
You should.
I high key want to go full out like Bachelorette with it, like dates and shit though.
I'll wear a fucking dress.
I'll
see how these fools take me out. Let's fucking go.
You know what,
bitch.
Batoon? I might be able to get some money for this.
We're gonna write this down. We're gonna take a break, and when we're back, we're gonna answer your questions.
Let's go.
Hello, Megan and Tim. Would you say that reaching certain career goals requires pure hard work and dedication? Sorry, I have a baby in the back. Or is it more that there's also some sort of fate that needs to come along with it? Because I've been learning that certain goals that I reach are connected to very hard work, others as well, but they're very, very draining to reach. And I've just been wondering what's the cause of it. Do you have any thoughts about that? Much love from Germany, Caroline and baby Molina.
Germany.
Oh, from Germany? I was trying to figure out what accent. I thought it was French.
Oh, okay.
But it is German. Hundi, Gundi, Burndi, Ferndi.
I went on a date with a German boy before.
Did you?
Yeah.
And did you taste his schnitzel?
Nice. No, he didn't call back.
Okay.
He said he was gonna do like a second date, and then he ended up traveling for months. And then when he came back, I never heard from him. Why is it this hard as a girl in LA to date people? We can't get into it. Hard work versus fate.
Hard work versus fate.
I used to think that hard work was the only thing that mattered. I remember my dad being like, hard work pays off. And it does.
It does.
It really does. But then she's talking about like something's just happening.
Yeah.
Do you think that things just happen, or my literal back screen? What is it called? The background.
Screen saver.
Lock screen background says luck favors the prepared.
Fire.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that doing hard work and preparing for the opportunity will set you up for whatever success is happening.
Yeah, I agree. I always look at it like there are things that are lined up for you that are there for you, but you gotta be willing to work towards them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because you can preach hard work, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's important because like we've said before, as long as you're moving forward, right? But sometimes the stars got to align too. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like, you know, a lot of it, you know, like, yeah, put in the work and you will get closer to your goals, right? But but then there's also a part of me that's always like, yo, there's shit that's meant for me, and I'm I'm working hard for those things, right? Like when I use my whole, like the fucking sailboat on my arm and shit, right? That's the whole metaphor of like, there's an island that's there for me to claim, but if I'm not like sailing towards it and like going towards it, like really trying to get there, I'll never get there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. Like in my mind, as you were saying that, I saw a baseball batter, like a baseball field. So it's like you can put in the reps of batting practice, but then the universe has to throw you the pitch.
Ooh,
right?
yeah,
And now you are ready because you have the tools and you have the muscle memory and you are ready for the pitch because you've put in the work in practice to when the universe pitches you get a home run because you were ready for it and you did the hard work of preparing for the opportunity to come.
Totally. And you know what? And it's fucked up because, you know, we're in this business now where I've come up with people who had to get to the point where they realized, you know what? My dream that I had isn't going to happen. I'm going to get a real job now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to, like, I have a wife and kids. I'm going to get a real job. Like, I'm not going to be the superstar singer rapper that I thought I was going to be, you know? But I think there is still something that is like fulfilling and rewarding about knowing you did everything that you could do to go after what you wanted and it didn't pan out, but you're still happy that you did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's a difference between something panning out and then something paying off. Like I feel like even if it's not the way that you thought it was going to go, something else more aligned with what is right for you.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a lesson that you learned along the way that you can teach others. Like there's always a reason for everything.
I agree.
There really is.
Megan Batoon, are we just, you know, sometimes I feel like we're just full of just cliche shit, but we believe it and we mean it.
But there's a reason why it's a cliche because someone figured it out and said to their friends in the 1500s, like, hard work pays off. And then it's just been like passed down. And then people have been like, actually, yeah, my grandfather used to always say hard work pays off when he was like doing whatever the fuck to these chickens.
Because he worked hard and it paid off when he fucked those chickens.
And what?
When he fucked those chickens.
I see it.
Yeah,
oh
man.
my God. Yeah, no, it really does. Cliches are there for a reason.
No, I agree. You know, and like, you know, I try to, you know, because some people that they feel like, hey man, I like to live based in reality. You know?
Is this not reality?
I
though?
think it's exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's reality because you make it your reality. You know, if it wasn't a potential to be a reality, then no one would be living that reality. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's your reality because you can make it a reality.
Right.
You know, and some people are like, nah, man, nah, this is. I try to be real. That's why I don't believe in this and in that. But like, all right, bro, you're making your reality like whack
and totally limited. Like my least favorite word, I think, is realistically. I don't like to think realistic, and that is probably unfortunate for like my financial advisor, but I don't think that that's helpful in any way.
Dude,
I think it's limited and gross.
Well, because like when you say realistic, no one's like, hey, I'm gonna be realistic here and I'm gonna have a sweet house. It's always like, I'm gonna be realistic, I gotta settle for this. You know,
right.
I can't afford that. Let's be realistic here.
Yeah, I don't like
it's always such a downer, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that doesn't have to be your reality. You know?
Yeah. Idealistically and realistically, if those could get married, that would be good. Because then it's like logic and expansion.
If you just realize that it's possible, then you won't. Because like, I'm gonna hit you with some cliche shit again. Anything is possible, guys.
It's true, though.
It's true.
It is true. And I would love to have maybe I don't know if it was like a scientific person on, like just like a world thinker. But like I heard somewhere that if you think it, it's because another version of you in a different reality has it.
Word.
I would love to know if that's real.
Past life shit.
Or even just like any timeline shit. Right now, any decision you make, butterfly effect vibes, could be different. Like you there's a version of you that has never stopped making sketches. There's a version of you that has only done rap. There's a version of you that's just a writer. That's a version of you that's just a father. There's a version of you that doesn't have kids.
The multiverse.
And they all exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they say.
Infinite timelines.
Like, I kind of want to know, like, what's the real tea?
Yeah.
So
We're gonna take a sip of that real tea on the next episode.
send us a question at speakpipe.com/thanks for tipping. We'll ask ourselves if we can answer your question in a timely manner.
Hopefully we can. Hey, Megan, thanks for tipping.
Tim, thanks for tipping.
And thank you guys for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.